Welcome back to Setting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Good morning. It's very early. It's 5:50. But here we are, ready to go. We're gonna do an energy check-in. You ready? Alright. Got Blink 182, Boxing Day going. Inner child healing in reverse. Continue healing your little one within you with self-love, creation, and your intentions. Remember, no matter how big your ego is at this point in your life, you can always come back from that. Just have to make the right decisions. Again, in reverse. Remember that we also have Mercury and Venus in retrograde. Venus is in retrograde until the 12th of April, so 10 more days. So love may be a little rocky, or there may be lots of clarity in love. Either or, it depends on the sitch, okay? And when is Mercury retrograde over? On the 7th, on Monday, next Monday. So, trusting in divine time again in reverse. Why aren't you shuffling? Okay. Hope you guys had a great day and slumber. And I hope your hump day is exceptional. At least that's what today is for me. We have external party as our main energy, which is good because I thought this was going to be a little heavier reading about shadow aspects. Okay. Transformation. Fate, divine intervention, and detours. Remember, whatever you are experiencing, whatever this lightning is for you, it's your karma, okay? So you can't be mad at anyone else for what karma you've accrued for yourself, alright? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water. What? Interesting. Closed off, guarded resistance. Alchemy and ancestor guides. Okay. Memories and nostalgia. Coming out under party and external. So you may be in this Mercury retrograde going through some shadow work in regards to when life was more fun. And you may be using substances to there's a lot going on right now. Dea. Water, okay, from the dog. You may be using substances to, you know what I fucking mean. Either hide those feelings or make them appear with the substances, regardless of what you're using. You may be downing or you may be upping, okay, whatever. But regardless, there's a root issue here with the way you feel and your denial about the way you feel. Classic. It's time to complete some cycles. It's time to make some changes, and this is coming out under transformation, so that checks out. The Fate Divine Tour, or Divine detours, divine tours. I'm your tour guide, Ashley. Let me take you. Anyway, we got freedom, leap, opportunities coming here. So if you are, okay, you may not be using substances, but you may be sharing energy or in relationship with someone who is. Don't let that person bring you down. Okay? I'm telling myself that as much as you. Okay? I think that when people try to hide feelings, it's absolutely adorable. And sometimes they water. Remember awakening. Get in the shower, get in the bath, go float somewhere to wake yourself up. And I don't mean like taking a cold plunge. I mean your consciousness, your divinity. I feel like ego is probably going to come out. Distance, retreat, or time out. If ego doesn't come out, I think one of the things that people really struggle with in this transformation that needs to happen is an ego death. Because our souls are the feelers of who we are, okay? The soul is what drives us at a divine level, okay? So when our ego is inflated or imbalanced, or we're utilizing our ego to, what's that word? I feel like my lights are too bright or something. Give me one sec. I can't think with these lights. Give me a sec. That's a little better. You guys probably can't see me, but I don't really care. Our ego is often, God, where are my words? Fuck. What is this word? It's like right here, but I can't. Our egos, I don't know. Whatever you're feeling, okay, because we've got closed off, guarded, and resistance, and distance, retreat, or time out coming out together. Oh my god, I can't think of this word, and it's so fucking irritating. My right bicep muscle is twitching. I'm not sure why. Maybe that's not the bicep. I don't know. My right arm muscle. What is this motherfucking word? Is that not something I'm supposed to share? Because why is it not coming? Okay. Regardless, if you are in this space of distance or closed off or whatever, call on your guides, because that's the next card. Call on what it is you believe. Remember that you are supported by the universe, as long as you're not being a dick. The universe teaches you lessons by making you suffer if you are a jerk. Okay, so we have regret and repression coming out. Don't make your feelings another person's problem. Okay? And then we have celebration, gifts, and abundance. I mean, that's the goal. But there's still work to be done to get to that point. We're going to do 5 more cards. Contracts, careers, commitments, dreams, and messages. I see it. Okay, cool. Perfect. One more. Alright. We have release, surrender, and purge at the bottom of the deck. Really need to trust in the divinity to lead this. That's the thing about the ego. There's a conflicting energy here. And it's just this imbalance of ego and soul or spirit within you. And it's because of all of these 3D aspects. So these contracts, careers, commitments that you have, the ways in which you have to exist in the, well, you don't have to, you have free will. So you can switch it up anytime you choose, but you have to choose and then follow through. And you don't get to just project onto other people because they made choices that got them to where they are. You don't get to manipulate people because you're making bad choices for your own life. Okay, don't do that. That's going to cause you confusion and illusions. When you hate on people because they are doing things that you are not, right? What is this regret and repression? The reason I'm going a little heavy in the guilt tripping, I'm not trying to guilt trip, but I think that there's a little bit of tough love here because party external is the first energy to come out. Been there, done that. I used to be Smashly. But if you're here watching and if you're here wanting to better yourself, then you have to take that initiative. It's no one else's responsibility. So it looks like the universe is going to force you to do this. And so if you are here watching this and you are in this space, beware. If you're choosing not to end cycles that you know need to end, okay, that one was for me. Then you're gonna have to learn the lesson the hard way, okay? Messages and dreams. So you could be receiving some guidance in your dreams. Compensation. Oh, thank you. That was bothering me. I was granted the gift of the word. Compensation is the word I was seeking. When our ego is so inflated, that's what that is. It's our ego's defense to compensate for what you're not doing, right? And that's what comes when we also project onto others as well. When we know, I don't have time for that shit. Anyway, North Node, cosmic purpose. You are being asked to step into your purpose, and if you choose not to step into your purpose, the universe is going to be like, okay, cool, you're a waste of space here then. Because at this time, you need, I know that's harsh. But that's what's going to happen. You're going to be forced into lessons that you don't necessarily need to go through if you were to just do the work alongside what you know to be true and necessary for you. So transformation cycles completion is coming out alongside the contracts, careers, and commitments. Whatever shit you're in, especially in this retrograde energy, we only have like a week of this left. So now is the time, because it's going to be another 3 months until the next Mercury retrograde. So utilize this energy as a catalyst, as like that slingshot to like pull you back. So yeah, you might have some uncomfortability if you take a fucking leap right now. But if you take a leap right now, you're gonna be met with really great shit. You're gonna be so supported in that decision. And if there's like people around you who want to help you, allow them to help you. You don't have to do this by yourself. That is the ego. The ego is telling, oh, look at what the fuck is coming out. I knew ego was coming out in this reading. Beyond the facade of your ego lies the depth of your true character. Let that shit fucking go. Oh, this is so irritating. partying is not gonna get you where you want. Like, that's momentary. But whatever, you can do what you want. You have free will. But what is here is that you are a divine being needing to step into something much larger than who you believe yourself to be, and your ego is limiting you, which is why the party and external here. But again, the universe is letting you know. Not only are they letting you know, they're letting you know exactly how this is going to happen. Well, that's my job to tell you it. So, fate, divine detours, okay? Followed by water. So something involving water. Water is the greatest healer, but it's also an incredibly destructive force. And I'm a water sign, so maybe I'm the water that this is speaking to that's here to deliver this a little harsher message. My readings aren't usually this harsh. But when we are in a space of ego, and we're projecting on others, and we're doing things that we know are manipulative or demeaning or disrespectful to make ourselves feel better, that's like elementary school shit. What are you doing? It's embarrassing, you guys. Stop doing that. Like, why do you think you're giving illusions about, I don't know. I feel like this is like Archangel Michael coming through, and he's like, Archangel Michael will fuck you up if you are not doing right by people. Like, the universe has been bringing this message through me for months, and I think that's why I'm a little frustrated. I'm not necessarily in my ego. I mean, a little bit, I guess, because I've continued to deliver this message. Do the shadow work. Stop partying and muting your feelings. Your feelings are your greatest navigation system. So we're using party to repress regret or guilt or I mean, you have free will, but your free will could lead you down the wrong way. That's the thing. Life is a choose your own adventure, so you get to choose good or evil, you know. And if you're doing a little more evil, you know, than you are good, that's the decision you're making. Okay? Nobody's gonna save you from yourself except you. You gotta drop this ego. And if you want a spiritual presence, if not, go ahead. Avoidance. Face what you fear, for avoidance is but temporary refuge. And that's, again, this party and external. If you've prayed for something and then you receive the answer to your prayer and it's different than what you thought it would be, and you shit on that answered prayer, honestly, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. Because that's what's gonna happen if you do things like that. Nobody is above divinity. You either choose to work with it or you choose to work against it. Dependency. Find strength in self-sufficiency and empowerment. Maybe you have a bunch of toxic assholes around you. It's best to get away from those people if you want a spiritual path. I'm not totally losing hope, but it feels like there's been a big regression here, and that's frustrating. Because to have partying come out, okay, so like all of January, we had like shadow work, so it was like people were doing the work, right? These people are all AI on these commercials. It's fucking weird. You guys see that shit on YouTube? I don't know if you guys see the same ads as me. Your guides, your ancestors want to help you. If you have colonial lineage and you haven't done the cycle breaking, work on that. The regret and repression could also speak to those who have come before you, and the things that they had to go through. Maybe that's part of your shadow work. It is. It's part of the decolonizing. This remember and awakening is so bright right here in the middle. But don't go backwards because of fear, because of pride, because of your ego. Work with divinity. Like, why would you go backwards? Distrust. Faith in oneself can rebuild trust in others. Everyone has been hurt. Everyone has been betrayed in one way or another. And I think that's a really important thing, because I think a lot of the times your ego will tell you that, like, you're the only person that's ever experienced this, and then you get into a victim mentality, and then you start abusing substances and start just cycling through your own bullshit consistently, letting karmic people into your energy. Illusions. Seek reality even if it's raw and challenging. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of projection coming through in this energy. Again, if you received an answer to your prayer and you shit on that answered prayer, I'm sorry that you're gonna receive a lot of more bullshit. You made bad choices and you're still making bad choices. Why? If this is resonating and you feel like you're like cross-watching, if this is someone that you have in your energy who all of a sudden like switched up or started acting weird, I would say disconnect your energy from theirs. Don't get, myself included, I'm feeling this as well. Obscurity in the unknown, there's room for endless possibilities. So that's the thing. Whoever's limiting themselves because of their own shadow, that's a them problem. Envy, is that what this is about? Turn green eyes into a force of self-improvement and inspiration. So this feels like someone is stuck in something that they don't want, and there's envy about seeing others not stuck in what this person is stuck. But there's this refusal to get themselves unstuck because of the ego. I'm sweating profusely. Oh, it's probably because I have this little heaty pad on me. It's hot. So I think with this Mercury retrograde, maybe shit got brought up for whoever this energy is, or if this is you. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I am letting you, there's necessity for a harsher delivery with this, because you're playing in the divine's face. That's why. Which is the devil's work. And over here we don't do that. So, my advice to whoever this is for, whoever resonates with this, get your head out of your ass. And again, if you're watching this and this is someone in your energy who's fucking with you, either subconsciously or consciously or unconsciously, or if they know they're doing it or they're reacting out of like a trauma response, either way, it's happening. Don't gaslight yourself out of that, you know? And I would say place very firm boundaries. If this is someone that's causing you confusion in your life, that's not an energy to be around you. If you are utilizing substances in an unhealthy way and you're aware of it, awareness is the first point of that, right? Go to the either shadow work, daily decolonizing, or chasing nostalgia playlists. Those are the main 3 hitters of things needing to be healed. And the reason we act out in those ways is because there's a wound, or several, or hundreds, and that we haven't addressed. But in order to have this leap of faith, in order to get opportunities, in order to get yourself out of these contracts, in order to remember who you are, in order to, like, this ends on North Node, cosmic purpose, and renewal. So it looks like it's not too late for whatever this energy is. However, okay, I'm going to show you what I'm seeing. Okay. If you're still here, even after that verbal lashing, I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. That means that this is your message, and I'm going to be a little bit more compassionate now. Avoidance looks like distance or timeout, closed off, guarded resistance, regret, and repression. Okay? So those are the energies associated with that shadow aspect. Okay? Dependency, partying, and external. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the career contracts and commitments because there's some sort of codependency or dependency here as well. Okay? This feels like this is an external energy to the energy that I'm cussing out. So it feels like this energy that maybe it's you that's watching. I don't know. I'm not going to get caught up in that. But whatever this energy is, this feels like this isn't you already know this isn't your energy. It's just something that you're entertaining because you're obligated to, or because your ego is in the way, right? Dependency and ego are these shadow aspects associated with these two. Okay, so we're going to take these shadow aspects out of this reading, and then we're going to look at what we have left. Okay, so with distrust, I'm going to keep distrust as, well, really? You know what? Okay. Distrust, there's a distrust of divinity here. There's someone here that doesn't either believe in something greater than themselves. Maybe you're agnostic or atheist, that's fine. Those are really religious terms. Ultimately, you could even just work with your higher self, just knowing that, like, there's a version of you somewhere in some realm of existence or dimension that doesn't have to deal with capitalism, that doesn't have to deal with all of this stuff. Just work with that person. That's you. Because, like I said earlier, if you've prayed for something or manifested something or desired something in your times of, like, total darkness, and then that something arrives and you shit on it because you don't trust it, that's ultimately you not trusting yourself. So again, reach out to your passed on loved ones, reach out to whatever you believe, reach out to your higher self. That's fascinating. Okay, so with illusion, we have confusion, illusions, and I'm gonna pull this Chasing Nostalgia card. Or not Chasing Nostalgia, that's my project. With illusion. So I think there's a denial of a certain reality, and this could have to do with what we just talked about with the distrust. We have to awaken our third eye in order to step into our gifts, to embody that higher self I was just speaking to. Wow, 30 minutes of me cussing someone out. I love that. Okay. And then obscurity, in the unknown, there's room for endless possibilities. That is all of this, which, look how many energies are here rooting for you to step into your paths. Y'all, we have to step into our path right now, okay? We have to take this leap of faith forward to bring in new opportunities. And in order to take that leap, we have to transform ourselves. We have to complete cycles. We have to remember who the fuck we are. We have to pay attention to the messages, the synchronicities, the dreams, okay? We have to renew this spark within us to step into our purpose, to be gifted with this abundance and gifts and celebration. But these shadow aspects are really leading to this obscurity, this inability to see beyond either the 3D realm, the ego, the current circumstances, the distractions caused by the society in which it exists. So the card left standing is water. When in doubt, utilize water. Drink it, bathe in it, float in it, cleanse in it. Water, you need to use water. That's your main tool here. Water will help you. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Have a good one. Good luck.